Some of the worst marketing mistakes that we see dental practices make are not marketing or not having a marketing plan. But the worst marketing mistake that we see practices make is to have the wrong marketing plan. This wastes far more time and money than the others. What is a marketing plan? Figuratively speaking, a marketing plan is the compass that sets the dental practice's course for promotions. A joint effort between you and your agency produces the best outcomes. It's best if the dental practices contributes 20% of marketing efforts while 80% are left to the experts. Literally speaking, a marketing plan includes documentation of quantifiable practice goals, a list of marketing tactics in order of priority to meet those goals, an assigned person or contact or agency to execute each of those tactics, a deadline associated with every one of those tactics and how to deliver them, and an amount invested associated with each tactic. This plan keeps the practice on course for the right marketing plan. You can avoid developing the wrong marketing plan by following these quick steps. First, write down what was total production for last year. Second, what is projected total production for this year? Third, what is the goal for total production next year? And fourth, how much is invested in all marketing annually or monthly? These questions allow the practice to hone in on and stick to a marketing budget that works best for that practice. The sweet spot may be higher than what you've invested to date, but that's okay because a really good marketing plan produces a solid return on investment. So for each dollar that you spend, the key is to get $2 back. So it's not really an expenditure, it's an investment. Marketing works best when a practice invests 5% of total production back into marketing every month, every year, consistently. It's just the same as you investing 10% into supplies or 7% into lab fees. These are the things that keep the practice running. Marketing as a regular line item on the practice financial stabilizes new patient flow over the long term. It's got to be a constant. Don't be afraid to invest more to make more. Remember, when it's done right, marketing is a great investment, never an expense. It is the oxygen to your practice. Next, document the marketing goals. So first, you'll want to write down what is the average value of each patient. This will allow you to calculate how many new patients you'll need in order to reach your production goals. Second, document have there been any changes or developments in the practice that create a need for additional patient traffic. So have you added a new associate? Have you acquired a practice? Have you added a new hygienist, or is the hygiene department not busy enough right now? Third, write down your quantifiable goals. So we want to increase revenue from X to 2 times X. We want to increase the number of new patients from X to 2 times X per month, or stabilize production at X per month. Make sure that it is quantifiable and something that your team can understand, get on board with, measure, and report for you. By taking the simple step of answering these questions, you will have set realistic marketing goals. So let's say annually, each patient is worth $1,500, and you want to go from 1.6 million to 2 million in production. Then you'll need to add 267 new patients over the course of the year. That breaks down to 22 new patients per month, up from what the practice is seeing now. If that feels doable to you and your team, consider adjusting the goal just a little bit higher to push the team. If it feels outside of the realm of possibility, consider adjusting the goal lower. It's important to start where you are. Lastly, you'll identify which marketing tactics are going to work best to get you to your goal. The first step in doing this is to make a list of all of the marketing tactics that you've tried in the past. This could be sharing care-to-share cards with current patients, monitoring and responding to online reviews. You may have a practice website, anything under the sun that you have put to market in front of existing and new patients. Write all of that out, and then in a column next to each one of those tactics, write down any data that you might have that shows whether or not those tactics produced a return on investment for you. So you might write down how much each one cost, and then how many new patients you saw from each tactic, and multiply it by the total value of each new patient. That way you have a really clear picture of what has worked and what has not worked. It really eliminates the guesswork from marketing. And number 3, you will write down all of the marketing tactics that you intend to deploy in order to reach your goal. It will likely be a combination of those marketing tactics that you've used in the past and that have worked well for you, along with a mix of new tactics that will really propel you to that goal. Remember, it's just a plan until you put it into motion. It's very important to assign a taskmaster, a deadline, and a budget to each of those tactics. And off you go.